All right. Well, welcome to another edition. Welcome to another edition. Right. All right. Now we got the audio correct because the Facebook system, when it's open, it doubles the audio. So here we are. Today, I have a very special topic for all of you. It's something that has to do with money, and I'm sure you all need some more money. And it's a topic that nobody likes to talk about, but it's dear to everybody's heart. Why? Because you need money for everything. But most of you, and including myself, at some point, we had some issues with money or continue to have difficulty with money. So I'm going to break down the myth, and I'm going to share with you a few things as to why that is. It's one of the things that I'm learning from Earl Nightingale. He said it's strange and it's a secret, but yet it's not. Only 5% of the population make it. The other 95% are barely cutting it, and 65% or 55 to 65% are broke. That's by the time they're about to retire or stop working and do other things with their life. And it's almost impossible to do that in a country like North America, where there's so much opportunity. Now, when I saw that, when I was a kid, I was like, wow, I'm not going to end up like that. And that's why now I'm on this mission to help a lot of you develop this wealth mindset and get on the right track. Because you don't want to be in that 55, 60% of the population that is most likely to have difficulty earning money, difficulty paying the bills, difficulty of making ends meet. As a matter of fact, 15% of the retirees are broke and they need other people to help them make do day-to-day stuff. How's that for an opening? Now, I don't want you to end up like that. And that's why I'm on this mission with you here. So if this is something like you want to listen to, if this is something that you want to understand how to improve yourself so you don't have this problem, welcome aboard. Get a piece of paper, get a pen. If you're listening to this live, welcome. Put your question in the chat. If you're listening to the recording, welcome as well. Put your question in the comment, and I'm sure myself or one of my team will get back to you. But I really want to give you few things, 10, 15 minutes on the topic of money and why you got to face the truth. Because at some point, you got to face the truth and take that responsibility. Remember the story with Bob Proctor? He goes, Kamal, you got to take responsibility 100%. It doesn't matter how you got here. It doesn't matter what happened and who did what and what got you here. What matters is what you do from this day forward, from this moment. We actually don't even have yesterday anymore. We don't have tomorrow, but what do you do from now on? But most of you are living in the past. Most of you are stuck in a way beyond my belief. And even though we're sharing with you all kinds of things, you're stuck. And money is a problem for you. And it's going to continue to be a problem until and unless you do certain things in a certain way. Wallace in the Science of Getting Rich, he said, we don't get rich by doing things. We get rich by doing things in a certain way. So what is that certain way to accumulate the wealth? What is that certain way to build your freedom? What is that certain way to build your financial fitness and money habit so that you can grow, so that you can become the man or the woman who you want to be? There is a certain way, trust me. See, it took me 22 years to find out. 22 years. And 5 degrees later, I'm finally figuring it out and helping others do it, which is pretty cool. And now we're in this wealth acceleration stage instead of the boredom, the not having, the lack, and the broke kind of mentality. And I want to help you change. I want to help you become. I want to help you grow. Because if I can do what I'm doing, you can do it too. But you're going to have to let go of certain things. So I do have a PowerPoint here with few slides that I am going to share with you. So here we are. Let's see if this Zoom is going to let me do that. I'm even going to share the sound. And here is Zoom with the PowerPoint. Where is the PowerPoint? Here is the PowerPoint right here. And here we go. So I'm not even going to go a very full screen, but we're just going to do just about like that. You see, this is a disc from Earl Nightingale, who mentored Bob Proctor, by the way, right? He mentored Bob Proctor, and he did a phenomenal thing. His article on the Strangest secret is incredible, and it still stands correct today. that only 1% of the population is super rich, 4 are financially independent, meaning they don't have to worry about their bills, about their money, about mortgages and that kind of stuff. And you see the number there, the staggering number, the 54% or 60% of the people that are fully broke. Now, this is what drives me to help you. And this is the strangest secret. It's not strange and it's not a secret, but yet it is. And if you read in the book, Think and Grow Rich, if you want to learn about money, that would be the book to read. That would be the one to really, not just read, actually study. You will understand a bit more about why you're lacking some of this money, why you're lacking some of the success. And this conversation is very much worth it. So I would like you to get a piece of paper and take some notes on what I'm about to share with you, because you're going to have to face the music. You're going to have to face the music if you want to change your luck, if you want to change your situation and start creating your own Freedom Day style of living, instead of not having, not living, and being stuck and broke, and ending up somewhere in the 60s, 70s, 80s still working. Now, some people do it because it's their hobby. Good for them. But if you're doing it because there's a need, that is sad. In the richest country in the world, and that's what he said. It's the strangest secret. No, it's not strange. It's not a secret. It's in the Bible. It's in all the kind of dogma, all kind of biblical, all kind of religion writings as to how to become rich. The Babylonians knew that from a long time ago. Can't find the exact word right now. All right, but you can do it too. You just have to change how you're thinking. Now, you got to be honest. Are you having issues with money or not? And you got to be honest, not with me. You got to be honest with yourself, as a matter of fact, because there's some ghosts around this subject. There's some things of self-worth. There's some things in your mind. There's some things that you can't even allow yourself to spend it on yourself. There are some things that you don't allow to take the money for the work that you do. Now, how do I know that? Because I used to be like that. I used to be like that. But I'm changing, and I'm taking several of you with me on this journey. And I want you to start winning, right? This ghost of money is standing on your way from that Freedom Day that I'm going to share with you so that you can start having, right? See, the struggle is real. It's very, very real. But it's only going to be real to you, and you do something about it if you become honest with yourself. Not with me, not with your mom, not with your dad, not with your work, with yourself. And take full responsibility. It doesn't matter how you got here. What matters is what you do with this idea, with this information. See, the struggle is real. Because if you've been trying, and if you've been pushing and working and doing all this extra thing, and you're not able to move the needle in your business, you have a money situation. You have a money mindset issues. Because you're struggling. Let's face it, you are. You're collecting all this information. You go to all different kind of places. You're comparing yourself with others, and you're putting yourself at a different pedals. As soon as you compare, as soon as you start jumping from one place to another place, to another place, to another place, one book to another book, to another book, you're not trusting yourself, and you're putting yourself further in lack. You're putting yourself further in backward instead of going forward. You take 2 steps forward, 5 steps back. 2, 3 steps forward, 5 steps back. Now, as I study this material and learn what Bob had done for 61 years, and now I'm studying Earl, who mentored Bob, I figured out the secret. And so one of it is stop collecting information, start acting on what you know already, and stop waiting. But I'm going to give you the real secret of why you're not taking certain action that you need to take to move your life. See, I wasn't taking enough action. Tell you a little story. Many times now, after I take an action on a decision or a delayed decision, I kind of tell myself, oh my God, I should have started with them earlier. I should have started with her earlier. And that's one of them is with Laurel Meyer. When I joined her community, I was like 4 or 5 months late, and I still look back like, man, I should have joined. I actually finally told her that I should have. And she goes, yeah, I know. It's kind of funny, but it's not. But now I'm realizing it, right? You got to stop delaying taking the action. Now, what's this reason for inaction? Now, and it's not because you don't have the money. It's not because you cannot make the decision. It's because there are certain things happening up here. Your mind is polluted. Your mind is like, locked up. You make up excuses for everything. You come up with anything to stop you from moving forward. And I want to help you to stop making excuses and start taking action instead of staying in this inaction. Now, I've spoken to hundreds of people, hundreds. And why are they not taking action? Well, these are some of them on the screen, but I'm going to point out the key ones that come to mind right now. One, they don't know where to start, but they know where to start, but they don't make the decision where to start. It doesn't matter where you start. So you just have to know where you are and where you want to go, and you just start. And your mind, your beautiful mind, your marvelous mind, once you give it a goal, it's going to know where to go. So you just have to start. It's just like that GPS. When you put that address on your phone, it's going to know where to take you. You just have to put the address. And the address is like your goal. So you just have to start, but you're not starting because you keep telling yourself, I don't know where to start. Start somewhere. Doesn't matter where, just start. And we're going to correct to the right place. The second big one that I find a lot of people who want to become somebody, they don't become somebody. What's going on? They don't want to do what it takes. They say they do and they're interested, but they're not committed. See, I was interested in writing a book a long time ago, but I wasn't committed. But once I commit to this, once I start getting a mentor, and she said, no, write the book, come to the marketplace and sell something, I became committed and I took the action. So you have to move from being interested to committed to do what it takes. It doesn't matter what, you're going to do it no matter what. Now, a lot of you also have these negative and false limiting beliefs. There's a bunch of them, internal and external, like, I don't have enough time. How do you not have enough time? We all have the same amount of time. Everybody has the same amount of time. How could somebody just like you probably know a few people with even less degrees than you, and they're doing better than you, 10 times, 100 times. How is that possible? Well, that's possible because they can manage their activities instead of saying, I don't have enough time. Some of you even say, I don't have enough resources. You have the resources that you have, you're not using. You're not being resourceful. Some people say, I'm not interesting. Nobody likes me. Well, become interesting. So you have to move from the interested to the committed, and then you're going to move in this direction. Now, the reason you're not moving is because you're too comfortable where you're at. So you have to become uncomfortable. The situation that you're in has to be like, I'm done with this and I'm moving in this direction. I cannot take this anymore. Whatever it is, the house, the car, this, that, blah, blah, blah. You have to say, I've done and I've had it. Enough is enough with where I am. And that's going to move you into action. But you're not moving the action because you're kind of comfortable. You're accepting mediocre results. You look at your results and you're like, oh, yeah, I'm making it. We'll make a small payment this month. We'll adjust. No, that's keeping you stuck. That's keeping you where you're at. If you want to move, you're going to have to change things and you have to become uncomfortable. You have to welcome the change. Don't wish for no problems. Wish you were smarter. Don't wish for comfortable. Wish you were better at doing what you're doing so you can become uncomfortable with ease. See, all these are false beliefs, and you're stuck. And you start something and you stop. You start something and you stop, and you stay at square one. Now, in the study of the mind, and this is something that when I first saw this from Bob, like, well, no, that's a weird diagram. That doesn't even make sense. But it explained it because I was running after certain things, and I was running after degrees to get further in life and to get further education, so I can get another bonus, so I can get another raise, so I can get another job. But that was not what I needed to do. See, if you know how to make a change and you don't take the steps towards it, and you all know how to make a change, the bottom line is that you don't deserve that success. You don't deserve that freedom. You don't deserve that growth, especially if you know how to do it. And that's what we call self-sabotage, right? So you hear me talking about mindset, eliminate self-sabotage, build that skill set, and start getting into the money activities that you're going to start earning something. But you don't do that. How about we change all that for you starting today, right? So if you're listening live, I want to appreciate you very, very much for doing that. If you're in part of the 30 days with Kamal, that's pretty cool. Welcome. That's pretty cool that the team is doing that for all of you. I really love that they came up with the idea, and I said, yeah, sure, let's do that. And if you listen to a recording, that's cool too. Just reach out and let's get you on this path of success so that you can start having more, being more, and doing more, instead of really being on a path of 60% of being in trouble. I want you to be part of that 5%. There's so much room at the top. See, when you see what the top looks like, there's so much room. Like my life is so much better now that I've been doing this for a few years. And I'm enjoying it. It's a lot of fun. Now, you're probably going to say, Kamal, I really want to do it, but I just can't. You know, something is wrong with me. You know, I'm different, right? I'm this, I'm that. And I don't believe any of it. And I'm going to share with you a diagram that really explains why that's not the case. Okay. This diagram is really, really interesting. Okay. So check this out. You have a lot of information, but your results suck. And that's how I was. I had a lot of information, my results suck. I mean, I was going from one degree to the other, and I have 5 degrees, 3 countries. I wasn't cutting it. So this is what we call where the school gives us this valuable knowledge. School gives us a lot of information, but what are you going to do with it? School is full of information. The library is full of information. But our situation, our old habitual behavior, the way we earn money and the way we think has never changed. That's why we're stuck. And that's why we frequently don't do what we know how to do. That's, as a matter of fact, after we help you set a goal, is lesson 2 in thinking into results, where we say the knowing doing gap. You don't do what you know how to do. You just don't do it. So you have all this information, superior knowledge, but your results are not good enough. And what does it cause you? What is this causing? It causes you all kind of frustration, it causes you all kind of confusion. But why is that happening? Well, this is what I figured out with Bob. And that's the cool thing. Now, when I first saw this, I was like, really? Yeah, but now that I've been studying for a bit, and I keep studying every day, Bob said this is the idea that he was really amazed over the 50 years he was studying this material. This one is one of those where it gives you an image, gives you a picture of the mind, because something's happening. You're like, you really want the results, you really want the success, you really want the growth, you really want the sales, but it's not happening. Why is that? So it turns out that we think in pictures. You know, this mind of ours, the way it works, we think in pictures. So if I tell you your car, you have a picture. If I tell you your fridge, you have, it's not the letters, it's the actual picture of the fridge. So we think in pictures. So this is a picture from Truman Fleet to describe the mind. And we're going to get more into it in a little bit. Maybe. And that's what's happening. We were filling in our mind with all this information. Books, seminars, conferences, books. See, we already have the information. I think Madame Montessori from the Montessori schools was asked once, what do you do to your kids when they come to you? Like, what do you actually teach them? She said, we're not giving them anything. We're just getting their knowledge out of them. They already have it. So you are given this talent already. It's already within you. The fact that you're wanting something big, you already have it. You just are not feeling worthy enough to deserve it. And that's why it's not manifesting. That's why it's not coming. And once you start thinking like this with the mind and you give it a picture, you'll start changing. So this is a picture of the mind, and your results are inferior because you have this thing, what I call a paradigm. And a paradigm is nothing but a bunch of habits, just the way you're living. Like imagine your income right now. The way you work, you go to work, you spend some hours, you come home, and then you get a bill. You get a paycheck, right? You got a profit check. That's the habitual behavior. That's the paradigm you're in. The way you drive the car, the way you show up, that's giving you certain results. And most people want to change the results because they're stuck. They're not happy with these results. So how do we move the results? How do we move the needle? See, most salespeople want to sell more, but they don't sell more. So they go to seminars, they go to training sessions, and nothing happens. So how do you change your results? It's not by more information. It's by applied information, but in a special way. You got to apply this information in a very special way. And that's the part where I learned from Bob. And that's one of the secrets that you got to understand. But you have to go through this transformation. You have to have somebody help you get a new image, get a new paradigm. Because the old paradigm has just got you stuck. Like the subconscious mind controls 98% of your activities. Like when you put the address on the GPS and the GPS take you to that place, you don't control where it's going to take you. It just takes you. And that's what the mind is doing. The mind is taking you there. So if you want to change your results, If you want to change how much you're earning, if you want to change how you're feeling, if you want to change what you're becoming, you need a new paradigm. Now, this idea is not new. It's been around, and it's not strange, and it's not a secret. But very few people know how to do it. Very few people understand what it takes to do that. Would it be nice to actually install a new idea on the subconscious mind so that it makes it for you with ease? That's what we do. That's what we learned with Bob Proctor. This idea by itself is worth thousands of dollars, right? And the more you understand it, the more you look at it, this is incredible. But most people don't. Most people would look at this and they just, yeah, it's okay. So intellectually, you understand this. But you don't need to understand it intellectually. You need to understand it on the subconscious level. Right? You need to understand it on the subconscious level, on the new paradigm level, not just on the intellectual level. Intellectually, everybody understands this. Until you change this paradigm, until you get this new conditioning, and this paradigm was built with you as you were a kid, as you were growing up, as you went through school. Now, how did it get built? It got built by repetition. And the only way it's going to change is by repetition or emotional impact. We use repetition. How would you like to change that? How would you like to change that conditioning on the subconscious level so that you can start earning a lot of money with ease? So you can start going to the gym with ease, so that you can lose the weight you want to lose with ease. Right now, you're not losing the weight because you don't have an image. See, there's an idea. This idea could be anything. This could be money. This could be your weight. This could be your next investment. All you need is just an idea that you are in love with. And then you impress that idea on your subconscious mind. Right now, you're not impressing good ideas on your subconscious mind. You're just not. Instead, you're living in fear. Instead, you keep repeating with the same thing over and over and over again. So you keep getting the same results. Now, why are you doing that? Because you lack some information. You lack some direction. In one of the meetings with Bob, I remember that story really clearly. And this was one millionaire that really wanted to sell his business to Mark Zuckerberg. And he's like, what do I need to do? He's like, you're just lacking some information, right? He goes, yeah. I was like, you're just lacking some direction. So same with you. You are just lacking some direction. This guy was going to sell his business for like $28 million or something fairly quickly that he just built to one of the Meta Facebook stuff. I have the video. It's incredible. So you're just lacking some piece of information to get you to shift. And the reason you're lacking is because you're not making decisions. You're living in this unholy trinity world that is causing you trauma, that's causing you fear, that's causing you doubt. Now, the material I'm sharing with you can free you up and really get you free to do what it is you want to do. And this is why I call this the unholy trinity. In one of the chapters in Think and Grow Rich, chapter 15, the ghosts of fear, 6 ghosts of fear are very, very popular there. And in the beginning of it, it says, indecision. When you don't decide, you're causing this indecision. You're not deciding, which causes some doubt. You start not knowing, and then it's causing this fear. It's all a fiction. See, fear and faith are the same thing. See, if you know what you're doing, you're very confident. But if you don't know what you're doing and you're lacking information, you're lacking direction because you don't trust yourself and you're not confident, you become indecisive. So what if we get you to become decisive? What if we get you to become decision maker? Then there's going to be no more doubt. Then there's going to be no more fear. And that's the idea. The idea is to get rid of the indecision, get rid of the doubt, and get rid of the fear. Because that's what's causing you inaction. That's what's causing you staying stuck. The unholy trinity. And it's giving you in this spin world. You keep getting the same thing again and again and again. You're just lacking some direction. You're just lacking a bit of the information. You're lacking being with somebody that knows what they're talking about. And that's kind of the part where everybody asks me, what are you doing? Right? What are you doing? Doesn't matter what I'm doing. It's what I'm thinking. And that's what I'm going to help you with. I'm going to help you change how you think. Because this fear that you're living in, is causing all kind of problems, right? And I'd like to help you fix that. So what if we can get you to understand instead of being afraid, to have the faith and have the belief? Would that make a difference in your life? If I give you a solution, would you use it? Because I don't want to just give you more information. I want to give you something that you're actually going to use. I'm going to show you a system now, a way that would set you free. And it's going to get you to get out of this anxiety and depression and get you to know how you can become a wealthy individual. All right. So right now you're afraid. Right now you're living in fear. You're living in this fear, which is a fiction of your imagination. You don't even see it. Fear and faith are the same thing. It's like believing in the invisible, right? They're both the same, but you're believing in it, which is causing all kinds of things. In your business, in your money mindset, in everything that's going on. And that's why you're doubt. You have doubt. You don't believe yourself. You don't believe everything that's going on. You're listening to too much what's happening outside. See, indecision, doubt, and fear, which is causing all kind of anxiety to you. Some people actually are on medication and they start getting therapy. They start seeing psychologists to fix all this stuff. And it's all because they're letting their mind run away on them. They're not in control of their mind. I want to give you control back. Who here wants total control? Total control. And then you probably know people more than me that are depressed. Hopefully it's not one of you, but if you are, we need to talk. You go in full depression when you're afraid and doubt and you're not making decisions, you become depressed, which causes all kind of dis-ease or disease. Bob always laughed at this word. He said, it's not just disease, one word, it's dis-ease, because you're not at ease anymore. And some people get really sick. Actually, I was talking to a guy 3 weeks ago, and he's got everything. He's got all this information, but he's not doing what he's been asked to do. And he's in total chaos in his money, in his health, in his wealth, in his job, in his house. It affects everything. All because you don't have control of your mind. What if we can help you fix that? What if we can take this fear away and replace it with faith and belief and confidence, right? You might be thinking, this is magic. It works like magic. And I can show you how to do that. To replace fear with faith, right? Replace fear with faith. See, fear and faith are both the opposite thing. They are both something that you're believing in the invisible. And I'm not talking about your religion. I'm talking about you believing in you can do something. You believing in you can have some money, because if you want to earn the money and if you don't believe you can have it, you're not going to have it. And if you get it by luck, you're going to lose it. So the way we do it with my guidance is we call it thinking into results, a systematic system, systematic study, which gives you that knowledge, right? Oh, we have a typing mistake here, which is okay. We'll fix that. Knowledge, which gets you to actually study this information. Then you get you to make a decision, right? Instead of making an indecision, you make a decision. Now, you often see people who are very confident. They go into a meeting room, they go into offices, they go into markets, and they buy big things, big numbers. They're very confident. It doesn't matter what the number is. They just do it. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice to have that kind of expression on you? Would that be nice to have that kind of well-being of living, right? And often you see successful people, that's what they got. They don't have fear, doubt, or indecision. They have faith. They have knowledge. They have decision making. They have well-being. Well-being is expressed. That's how the energy is magnified, because this energy is coming to and through you, and well-being is expressed from you. Systematic study, elite level mentorship, and accountability. And then you have this wealth acceleration that I'm talking about. Now, how do you do that? Most people are asking me, well, how do you do this? It's not what I'm doing. Who cares what I'm doing? Everybody's doing something. Sally's doing something. Jonah's doing something. Trisha's doing something. Everybody's doing something. It's what I'm thinking. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. It's what I'm thinking. And that's what I'm going to teach you. how to develop this money wealth mindset so that you can get off and start doing something about it instead of collecting information. That's what I do. That's the gift that I got from Bob Proctor. If I'm to take one thing, there's a lot of things from Bob. It was incredible being in his circle. But if I'm to take one thing, and I'm going to reveal that in the next slide, that'll be the one for you to remember. And it's worth thousands of dollars. That one thing is worth everything. But when I first heard it, it didn't make sense. See, it doesn't make sense to do something with Kamal for 30 days. And some of you are listening to this, and hopefully you are in that 30 days with Kamal, because I have a thing that's happening. There's 9 of you now that I'm following, and I'm checking on you to see what you're doing. And I hope you're doing it. I hope you're doing what it tells you every day. Not just one of the days, not just do it all 7 days on Saturday together. No, every day you do something. It's 30 days straight, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, every day for 30 days with Kamal. Because there's a magic that I learned from Bob, and I'm going to pass it on to you. I call it the Bob secret, right? I've got the secret. I figured it out. I want you to figure it out for yourself. I can tell you what the secret is, but if you don't believe it and you're staying in the fear and doubt and decision, nothing's going to happen. And this one secret with Bob is worth a lot of money. A lot of money. And here it is. Yeah, you guessed it. It's that one word. See, the Bob Proctor secret, when he studied for I don't know how many years, and he finally figured out what happened, how he went from being broke, not doing well, not earning well, losing jobs, to earning $1 million in less than a couple of years, a year and a bit, I think. He figured it out, and it was repetition. Repetition of what? Systematic study, elite level mentorship, and accountability. Because he had a mentor that told him, Bob, my way is working, your way is not. Why don't you follow what I say? See, my way is working, your way is not. Why don't you follow what I'm doing? Why don't you follow what I'm thinking? See, this material can change your life, can change the trajectory for you and your future inheritance and legacy. Bob Proctor's secret was repetition. So we have these things that we study on a regular basis to really reprogram the old paradigm. And that's the idea, to build a new paradigm. Well, what I want to reprogram it with? Well, with wealth, success, health, anything you want. We all agree, with science and religion both agree, that we become what we think about. Thoughts become things. You hear the word, but do you know what they mean? Do you believe what they mean? Don't just repeat them like a parrot. You have to know what they mean, and you have to do what they mean, and you have to do it. And you have to get emotionally involved with the idea. This is what I call total control. I want to give you total control of the mind. See, imagine if you can gain that one little more percentage of your mind, right? Supposedly we barely use 10% of the mind. They measured it somehow. What if we can increase that a little bit? You know how much more power you're going to have? You know how closer Freedom Day would be to you if you increase your mind control? And that's what I'm going to do for you. The power of repetition. And I can help you with that if you want. Now, why do I want to do that? Because abundance is your birthright. And if you want it, you shall have it. And you need to have a Freedom Day. And to have a Freedom Day, you need to know where you are and where you're going. And most of you don't know where you are and don't know where you're going. You're just driving blind. You're just trying this, trying that, not taking enough. There's all kind of drama about you. And we need to clear all that up, right? We need to clean all that up. So this is as far as I want to go today with this presentation. But basically, I want you to start knowing where you are and where you want to go. Where you are, where you want to go. And start building this systematic study, elite level mentorship, and accountability. Now, we do this with our clients on a regular basis. And many of them get humongous results. Humongous results. He was thinking into results. we can mentor you over a 6 month period that will guarantee to move you to your goals. It's very easy. Systematic study, elite level mentorship, and accountability. And you can start having anything you want. It's no strange that Bob Proctor had on his website, probably still by now, tell me what you want and I'll help you get it. How could a man say that? How could he say that so cleanly and so confidently? Because it's true. Tell me what you want and I'll help you get it. So I hope you enjoyed today's broadcast. Hopefully you were listening and took some notes. This was a piece of the conversation that we've been having all week. I want to wish you an amazing day. Please, if you like what you heard, invite a friend, invite a family member. Somebody needs to hear this. And I really want the best for every one of you. For those who just joined, thank you so much and welcome to the community. For those who are doing the 30 days with Kamal, that's awesome. Bring a friend. Let's get you some accountability partner. And if there's anything I can do to help you speed up this, if there's anything I can do to help you believe in yourself more and get that confident, book that call. And don't worry, it's not a sales call. It will be if you want to get started, but I really want to help you. So if you haven't really seen much of my stuff, there's a lot of good videos here in the system. So take advantage of it, take advantage of the book, take advantage of what you see, but really do something with this information. Don't just collect information, do something with it. And if you do, let me know. I love your feedback. I want to hear your feedback. And if I can help you, like I've helped many other people, I would be love to have a conversation with you. Thanks again. Have a good night. Peace. Blessings to all of you.